baseball fans, and welcome. This is the game of the week on MLB The Show. It's the Chicago Cubs taking on the Los Angeles Dodgers. Well, Singy, as we come into this one, it's all about the sweep.
Yeah, and anytime there's a chance for the brooms to come out, the pressure is definitely on. We'll see if they can find a way to salvage at least one in this series.
First pitch coming your way next. Just about set to go now. And on the hill, Blake Snell. How about a report on him, Chris?
Comes into this start sporting a lifetime ERA just over 3. He's been pretty great for most of his big league career. Can't wait to watch him in this one.
Ready to go? Now it's the second baseman, Nico Hoerner.
The second baseman, Nico Hoerner.
And that's a little bit high. And we are underway.
First pitch, 5 o'clock.
The pitch. Headed towards the corner, Conforto on the move towards the line. Makes a nice grab and a full sprint. And there's one down. Time now for the Chicago Cubs lineup. Someone who makes things happen for them, in part with his legs, Pete Crow Armstrong.
Well, Boog, just an on-base machine. Last month, he was on almost half the time, an OBP over 450. Just a really tough out. I mean, this guy's a catalyst for this offense right now.
John Birdie at the plate. Snell, a multi-Cy Young Award winner. He features a four-seam fastball, a slurve, a changeup, and he works in a slider. Late on that fastball.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Check swing, no appeal. Swings through that one out in front that time.
Man, he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
Still 2-2 after the foul ball.
He's mixing his pitches really well late on that fastball after seeing the changeup. Let's see if he can elevate one. I think if he does, he'll get the swing and miss.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically he likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time a little anxious.
Tucker.
Two down, base is empty, and now it's going to be Kyle Tucker. Just missed. Next offering is fouled back. Two outs. One fouled off. Look out! And it hit him. He had him 1-2, and he. And here's the DH of Suzuki. Missed with a changeup, and that's ball 1.
That's ball 2.
Almost got him.
Straighten him up a little bit.
So now 2 on and 2 outs.
Now, this was a story we were paying attention to before the game. We've seen him give up walks in the past, and it's an issue once again early on.
Dansby Swanson is going to get a chance to hit. There's a strike.
0-1's the count.
Swing and a ground ball. Zips it to first, and Swanson is set down. And that is that. Cubs strand a couple. The Dodgers coming up, and we are scoreless. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Back here with my pal Singy, and our pitcher in this game, Ben Brown.
Well, last year kind of around the league average in terms of ERA, and you know what? That's why you have 5 different spots in the starting rotation. You've got to have people round things out, and not everyone's going to pitch like a number 1 or number 2 every outing or every season. But last year, he gave his team an opportunity and a chance to win every time he took the mound on average. And when you look at that kind of performance, it has a place on every ball club.
Freddie Freeman, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball 1. Next offering is in for a strike. And there's a foul ball. Gets under it and pops it up. Birdie has a beat on it. Hauls it in for the out.
Batting second.
Time to check out the Dodgers
Number
lineup.
6.
And Singy, you have to think this lefty-heavy lineup is ready to eat in this one with a righty on the hill.
Eat it is, Boog. So many lefties. Just feel more confident with a righty pitching, giving them that little edge. Doesn't always play out that way in the box score, though, so we'll see what happens in this game.
Now the number 2 hitter. First pitch misses. Out bases. That one's spoiled, and the count now 2-1.
Looked like you got a little excited on that fastball. Got to think to yourself, you want to stay up the middle. That way, if you're a little bit early, you hit it out of the ballpark. If you're a little late, opposite field knock.
Inside. And now 3 balls and a strike.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. But that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
Up the middle, and that one handled, and he beats it. That's a hit. Great try there.
Got himself in great position and couldn't have played that one any better, but just stood no chance with that great speed running down the line.
Here's Shohei Ohtani. 3 for 7 in the series so far. Brown picks over, and he dives back in safely. And a foul ball.
Looked pretty good as far as being in the strike zone, but I'm sure as a hitter, not too good with where it was located. Very top of the strike zone, middle away.
Just off the inside corner. Now 1-2. Man at first, 1 away. And a swing and a miss. And there's 2 down.
Batting fourth.
Max Muncy at the dish.
Muncy.
Here comes the pitch. Runner breaks for second. There's the ball. Throw. Save.
1-0.
Siggy, he definitely showed off the wheels there.
Yeah, and it turned out to be a bang-bang play. StatCast gives us the data, and that stolen base wasn't possible without that sprint speed.
That's down and in.
Well, no need to go right at this
2-0.
guy. First base is open. He can hurt you, so make him expand his zone. If he doesn't, give him a walk.
Man at second. And a breaking ball misses outside. Mookie Betts in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. There's a strike.
Cold night tonight, Boog, and that's a pretty firm fastball right there. I tell you what, memories of getting jammed, they are creeping into my mind right now.
And ball 4, 2 aboard.
I don't think he really wanted to pitch to him right there anyhow.
Batting fifth. The shortstop.
First
Mookie.
and second, 2 outs.
Betts.
Here's Mookie Betts now. And that one upstairs, ball 1. Cut on and lifted in the air. And it drops in. Around third. He will score and they take the lead.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself. So 2 down. Teoscar Hernandez steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Fought off foul.
It's great to get on the board in the first frame of the ball game, but here's an opportunity for them to really open things up with a couple of runners on. Let's see if they can cash in.
Swing and a high fly ball in the air left field. Hat makes the grab on the run. So 1 run in the inning on this base hit. It's now 1-0. We head to the second in MLB The Show's Game of the Week. All set for the start of the inning. Here's Justin Turner.
Number 3, Justin
Turner with just 1 more homer to reach the 200 career mark. Ball 1 there.
You know, we usually talk about bigger numbers when it comes to homers, but only about 400 major leaguers have ever hit 200 round trippers in their careers. He's putting himself in great company.
Fastball for a strike. Ed Drummond, our umpire behind the plate in this one.
Yeah, Boogie's a really fair umpire, both the pitchers and the hitters. So standard strike zone, he's consistent with it. And the great thing is you don't see players questioning the calls too much. So that's a good thing in this day and age.
Falling behind 2-1.
This is a hitter who takes his game to another level, playing at night.
What about an umpire's height? How much of a role does that play in your experience and what the strike zone is like?
Yeah, I think it pushes the strike zone up a little bit, which, you know, as a former hitter, you like that. You wanted the ball up. You didn't want to have to deal with stuff down in the zone consistently.
As the game has moved along, we see more and more information supplied by teams about the umpires. I've been in clubhouses where they have pictures of all 4 guys, nicknames, hometowns, and as well hobbies listed, just so you can kind of small talk the umpire a little bit.
That's great.
This one high in the air to left center. Hernandez makes the grab, 1 away.
batting 7th. The catcher, Carson.
And now the batter is Carson Kelly. In the air, left field. Hernandez sizes this one up, and there are 2 outs.
Batting eighth, the left fielder, number 8, Ian.
Ian Happ up to hit. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Ball 1, no strike.
And another ball. 2 outs, base is empty. That one inside, and it's 3-0. That's ball 4. Tried another fastball, but missed the spot.
That just came apart right there. 4-pitch walk, and guy at the plate was not going to help him out by swinging at something out of the zone.
Runner at first with 2 away. Pete Crow Armstrong, the next Cub to hit. Ball 1, no strikes. Crow Armstrong with a homer in his last game. Happ off of first with 2 away. Step off throw to first, and he's out, and they got him. That ends the inning. Nothing across here this half. Now to the bottom of the second. It's the Dodgers 1 and the Cubs nothing. We head to the bottom of the second, and now the catcher comes up to hit. Will Smith. Brown back to work. Outside low, ball 1. Swing and a high fly ball right field. Puts it away for the out.
Batting eighth, the right fielder, Michael.
And here is Michael Conforto. And that one is downstairs. Ball 1. Strike 1.
1-1.
That's inside. And a swing and a miss.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
And a good eye there. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. One down, base is empty. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. About to see the 11th pitch of the at-bat here. And he grounds one back up the middle. Oh, what a stop. Over to first. And he gets him. Nicely done.
Batting ninth, the center fielder,
That was an impressive diving stop. Singy, let's dive into the numbers. Statcast assemble.
Yeah, Boog, a really good effort just to get his glove to the ball. He found a way to do it and just produce a strong throw as well. So that right there is a great play all the way around. Just really smooth.
2 outs, base is empty. Here's the center fielder, James Outman. And first offering is fouled off. 2 down, nobody on. Foul ball. Got him. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1-2-3. Dodgers go down quietly, but they still lead it 1-0. Welcome back. And struggles at the plate in this series as we take a look at the numbers. Can't find it here. That's 6 straight balls. Crow Armstrong launched a homer in his most recent game. And he bunts, but that's a foul ball. Swings through that one.
The pitch started in and ended up on the outside edge, just changing planes, and very difficult, especially for a left-handed hitter to track.
Next offering misses, and the count is even 2-2. Fights it off. He'll see another.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Here's a 2-2. Struck him out without a swing. Went back to the fastball, and it was effective.
Well, just excellent location on that inside fastball. Really locked him up. And as a hitter, it's not typically what you're looking for. You're trying to protect away and then in, so you can be a little bit tardy with 2 strikes. It's hard to tell if he was fooled or if he thought it would be called a ball, but either way, that's a really nice pitch.
Slapped foul. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95.
Well, this guy's so comfortable hitting with 2 strikes. Even a good pitch early in the at-bat. If he's not ready to pull the trigger, he's not worried if he gets to an 0-2 count.
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2.
Wow, he got away with a mistake right there.
1 down, base is empty.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Chopped out in front of the plate. Throws to first, and that quickly 2 away.
The third baseman, number 5, John.
And now
Birdie.
John Birdie. It's interesting, he plays kind of a power spot defensively, but runs pretty well. So when you're looking at that position, you're not expecting someone that has maybe above average speed, but he does. That's outside, and that's ball 1.
And I think that skill set really upgrades the position, because when you have that kind of speed, it makes the whole team that much better.
He swings and fouls one off. What about him playing another position on defense, one that would require a little more range?
Absolutely, and I think if push came to shove where they had to make a move during a game.
Well, we'll hold that thought as that's the 3rd out, and we'll end the inning. Back here at Dodger Stadium, set for the bottom of the 3rd. Now it's the Dodger leadoff hitter, Freddie Freeman. And the first offering is not close. And another ball.
Well, usually a high level of confidence when you're facing a young pitcher out there on the mound. In this situation, ahead 2-0, he's put himself in a really good spot.
That misses. And now 3-0. That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
He did not take the bat off his shoulder the entire at bat.
Here's the second baseman. Reached on an infield single his first time. Runner on the go. And a foul ball. Here comes the 0-1. Line drive, and that should be extra bases. And that one's going to get into the corner. Headed for the plate. The relay. He'll score, and they take a 2-run lead.
Wasting no time. He's 2 for 2 now on the night, and just a triple and home run away from the cycle.
Seriously, we're starting with this already. Shohei Ohtani up to the dish. A swing and a miss, and that's strike one.
You know, these Dodgers doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. They're doing a good job of working the pitch count, and they've been able to push a couple of runs across to score as well.
And the pitch is outside, ball one.
Still relatively early, but with the pair of runs already on the board, the ripple effect of that high pitch count might set them up to do more damage later in this game.
Foul ball there. Runner at second, nobody out. Foul ball still, a 1-2 count. Man at second. That one not close. And that's ball two. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one.
Typically that high fastball, if it's close to the top of the strike zone, a hitter, if he's prepared for it, can get to it. But that one just had that little jump at the end, which indicates there's a good spin rate on it, and it didn't decrease in velocity as that hitter's internal clock would expect it to, and that's why you see the swing and miss.
Here's Muncy to hit. And that one is lifted in the air. Crow Armstrong should have it. Calls it in, 2 away. Well, Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. It is interesting, though, when you consider the way the game is run now, doesn't even matter that much if your starter doesn't go that deep because teams are really aggressively building their bullpens. Betts, the next to hit, takes ball one. Deep drive down the line. Foul ball.
Nope, that's foul.
Next offering is downstairs. On the ground to the left. Toss to Turner, and Betts is set down. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. Dodgers with a run-scoring double. It's now a 2-0 ball game. 3 innings in the book on MLB The Show's Game of the Week. Back here in L.A., new inning getting started. And now the right fielder, Kyle Tucker. Fastball for a strike.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
And delivers outside. Swing and a miss, and that's strike two.
But I really need to hang in there with that front side against this left-handed breaking ball.
Line drive and a base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Still able to come through behind in the count right there. Hooked around that pitch on the outside, but he was still able to square it up pretty nicely, and that takes quick, strong wrist to pull that off.
So up next, Seiya Suzuki walked his first time. Oh, he doesn't get the call. And that is ball one. And another ball. And a foul ball. Makes the count 2-1. And a swing and a miss there.
Just not able to pitch up to that velocity.
Popped up under it. Drops into the glove. One away. And here comes Dansby Swanson. He's 0 for 1. Swing and a miss. 0-1.
0-1's the count. That's outside.
Tucker, the runner at first with one gone in the inning. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Hernandez hauls it in for the out.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
And the batter will be Justin Turner. One home run shy of 200 for his career. And that drops in for a strike. Swings and misses, struck him out. One left for the Cubs. They're still down. It's 2-0. Bottom four, here's Teoscar Hernandez. Singy, you can't ask for anything more. This guy checks all the boxes offensively.
He's the ultimate professional, and it doesn't just start at game time. It starts in the afternoon, the way he prepares and gets ready for the ball game. I tell you what, his teammates feed off of the leadership that he shows on and off the field.
Swing and a miss. That's strike one.
I got a ball, one strike.
Swings through that.
2. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Slice the other way. That's a base hit. And the leadoff man aboard.
Well, he found himself
Now
behind in the
batting,
count right
the
there,
catcher,
but he didn't give in. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
And that is out of play. Yeah, that's fouled off. Just
Nope, that's the ball.
misses. And the count 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes to count.
Runner at first with no outs here. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. No messing around with the pitch calling in that sequence right
Now
there.
batting,
4
right
pitches,
field,
all
right field.
fastballs.
Yeah, and that
John
makes me think
Porto.
that was the plan before the at-bat even started. If you think you can simply just beat a guy with only your fastball, why throw him anything else until he shows you he can handle it?
The batter will be Michael Conforto. Grounded out his first time up.
1-0.
In the dirt. Now move to first.
Hey, he's in.
Hernandez back in on a dive. Next pitch is downstairs.
Last 2 pitches have been down in the zone. Pitcher clearly trying to get that ground ball double play. But in this count, he's going to have to give in, elevate his pitches, and get back into this at bat.
That's
That's
off
ball
the mark. Ball 3. And ball 4,
Nope.
2 aboard.
Ball 4.
The center fielder, number 33, James.
2 on, 1 out. And next for LA, James Outman. Struck out looking at his first at bat. Swing and a miss. Activity in the bullpen. Caleb Thielbar up and throwing. Presley getting loose as well. Inside, almost got him.
Ball 2.
Could be some action here on this next
2
pitch.
balls,
Couple
1
runners
strike.
on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
Three balls.
In the
1 strike.
dirt. And a base hit. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He'll score easily. And it's an RBI single. It's 3-zip.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Ben Brown gives way, and it's going to be a start that he'd like to get a redo on. Not his best. Back with the new arm in a minute.
Now pitching for
Here comes the new
Chicago,
arm for the Cubs, Colin
number
Ray.
53,
Well, at this point in the ball game, we're talking about middle innings, and you need a little length out of this arm coming out of the bullpen. We'll see just how many outs he's able to give his skipper.
So the lineup flips over. here is Freddie Freeman. He's 0 for 1. That was the sweeper, but it missed. And a foul ball.
Pretty good pitch to take a pass at in a 1-0 count. Just not able to square it up.
Down and in, moved his feet. Two on, one out. Fouls one off. 2-2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Chases the fastball up the ladder, struck him out.
Thought it was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
Now it's the second baseman. That catches the corner.
0-1's the count. Ball.
Conforto at second. Outman on at first with 2 down. The 1-1 is fouled off. Upstairs.
2 strikes.
Two on, 2 outs. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. And there's a ball.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
And he grounds one to the right side. Horner gets it to first. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out of hand. But the RBI single pushes across a run. It's now 3-0. This is MLB The Show's Game of the Week. Coming up, we head to the 5th. Welcome back. Let's take a look at how the series has played out so far. Snell back to work. In the air, out towards left center. Outman hauls it in, and there's one away.
Well, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or 2 is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Fouled off left side. Next offering is in for a strike. Base is empty, one away, and we're at the top of the fifth. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. And now the center fielder, Pete Crow Armstrong, struck out looking his first time.
Well, on the mound, very efficient, able to produce an outcome, it seems like, within the third or fourth pitch of just about every at-bat. If he doesn't get a knock right here, that pitch he just took is going to eat at him for a while. You might not see another pitch like that from a top-level guy like this.
No balls, 2 strikes.
That one just misses, and the count is 1-2.
Excellent arm action on that 2-strike changeup. Just missed. Man, he wanted that call.
That's ball 2.
Up and in, and the count's even at 2. Swing and a miss. Got him to go up the ladder for the K. Still nothing on the scoreboard for him after 5. It's the Dodgers 3 and the Cubs nothing. Welcome back as we take a look at how today's starting pitchers have fared so far.
Shohei Ohtani.
And first offering is fouled off.
You know, these Dodgers, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. They've hit 7 line drives already, and even though some of them have been for outs, there's nothing wrong with delivering consistent, hard contact. That's almost always going to lead to positive results.
Tucker should have it. Puts it away for the out. And a quick out, number 1.
The third baseman, number 13, Matt.
Here's Max Muncy. He has, as they like to say,
let me guess, Boog, light tower power?
That's right. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Right through there for a strike.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
Just missed.
We got 2 balls, 1 strike.
That's in there. It's 2-2. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Way inside. One down, base is empty. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Now batting.
Here's Mookie now. 1 for 2. He had an RBI base hit back in the first. Singy, he's a guy that covers both sides of the plate about as well as anyone in the sport. How difficult is that to do?
Well, just look at the back of my bubblegum card. You'll see how hard it is. These guys are great, man. They have the ability to look out there, but also to be able to turn on the inside pitch. Those that can really sharpen things on the outer half, those are the ones that become elite.
Two outs. Foul ball, still 0-2. 2 down, nobody on. So Mookie Betts with a base hit.
Just so sound in his mechanics.
Now
Hits against a
batting,
firm
the
front
left fielder,
side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
2 outs, runner at first. And now Teoscar Hernandez, 1 for 2. And first offering is fouled off. Swings through that one for strike 2.
0-2 is the count.
Stays alive. Betts off of first with 2 away. The next offering misses. Going to count 1 and 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. Just off the outside part of the plate.
2-2 is the count.
That one misses, and the count's full.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitters got to stay focused on the pitch.
Now a high fly ball out to left center. Crow Armstrong moves after it. Rings it in. That is the inning. 1 left for LA, but they lead at 3-0. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league.
Nico Horner.
At 96, that pitch is in for a strike. Horner, a former Gold Glove winner, 27 years old, and he's been on a good run at the plate, hitting over 300 in his last 10 games. Liner, base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
Only 2 hits allowed so far tonight, Boog, so I don't think that one will disrupt his momentum all that much. You know, he's really been on top of his game, commanding his pitches all night long.
And now, John Birdie. Tap foul at the plate.
Well, here's a good opportunity in this inning to get on the scoreboard after that leadoff hit, and hard the order coming up right behind them. This is where they need to get going.
Nobody out, runner at first. That one finds the zone, and the count is 0-2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. That missed by a lot, and that's ball 1. This to third, Muncy. To second for 1, and that's 2.
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
Tucker.
Here's Kyle Tucker. That one almost got him. Next offering is in for a strike.
Now, this manager knows that his players are just trying to do too much. Everybody needs to just take a deep breath, relax, and let it naturally happen. Good pitch to hit on a tee up in the zone. I think he was looking for something else right there.
And that one upstairs.
Way to lay off that fastball up right there. You're looking for something you see well that you can handle, but you also have to keep the discipline so that you're not popping up pitches that are just a little too high.
Puts it in the air out towards left center. Hernandez makes the play, and that is that. So another good inning for him on the mound. 6 shutout innings now. It's the Dodgers 3 and the Cubs nothing. Bottom of the inning, and at the plate for the Dodgers, Will Smith. And that one fouled off. This one in the air, right field. Makes the catch. One up, one down.
Now batting, right fielder, Michael Conforto.
Michael Conforto will climb in. On the ground, right side. That's the second out.
Now batting, center fielder, James Outman.
Here's the center fielder, James Outman. Singy, you gotta appreciate a guy who's this good defensively. I mean, watching him track balls in the outfield, it is beautiful. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. So how much does his speed factor into his ability to go get it?
It's heartbreaking for the hitter because off the bat, he thinks this ball's going to get down. Because of that speed and the ability to make up so much ground, he enters the picture and breaks a guy's heart.
So a foul ball makes it 1-2.
There's one guy that I can think about, Boog, who started as a third baseman, Alex Gordon, and then became an elite perennial gold glover out in left field for the Kansas City Royals. But he's a guy, when you watch...
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that'll do it. Nothing doing for the Dodgers here, but they're on top by a count of 3-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. We go to the top of the 7th. So up now for Chicago, Seiya Suzuki. And a fastball misses outside for a ball. 1-0. And another ball. Yeah, some guys just have instincts, right? I mean, that's the way it goes. We talk about Larry Walker, the Hall of Famer, and his instinct on the bases, despite the fact that he didn't play a ton of baseball as a kid. Missed with a changeup. 3-0. Remember Mark Kotsay was a real good defensive outfielder. Good instincts, not great speed.
Yeah, and I figured you would get Kotsay into this because you had a free dinner at his house the other night.
That is true. At 96, that pitch is in for a strike.
This isn't a pitcher that softens up when he starts to show signs of fatigue. I mean, his stuff stays sharp. Makes these at-bats more difficult than they normally would be against other pitchers at this stage of the game. Well, it might be time to dig into that bullpen. He's looking a little fatigued to me.
And I think Dave Roberts is coming out of the dugout. Blake Snell out of the game, and he was very good. They'll be happy with that, no doubt. We'll be back with a new pitcher in a minute.
Now pitching for
Evan
Dodgers,
Phillips into the game.
number 59. Evan Phillips.
Dansby Swanson stands in. 0 for 2 in this one.
If you're going to get something going, this is the time to do it. You get the leadoff man on. Everybody's got to look over the shoulder and say, I'm just going to keep the line moving. Don't try to do too much.
That one off the mark. And 1-1.
1-1.
The shortstop takes the ball. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95.
Good approach right there. You want to get something just a little higher that you can elevate. Stay out of that double play.
Cut out and miss. Struck him out. And that's the first out. Here's Turner now.
His next home run will be the 200th in his career. It would be pretty cool to see it right here.
And there's a strike. Activity in the bullpen for the Dodgers. Kirby Yates looks to be getting ready for manager Dave Roberts. Vesia, the lefty, warming up as well. Suzuki leads off first with 1 away. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, take a look at the 3-pitch sequence here. Pretty simple in terms of putting them away at the plate. Once you're ahead 0-2 as a pitcher, you can really expand the zone and see how aggressive that hitter is going to be trying to protect and battle. And right there, clearly he was in swing mode, but all you can do is hope to foul that off.
Here's the catcher, Carson Kelly. High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side. Two outs. Strike 2.
0-2.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. Cubs lead 1, still down 3-0.
Now pitching for
We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Caleb Thielbar hasn't pitched in the last 3 days. Freddie Freeman will come up to hit.
the first
He's
baseman,
hitting for
Freddie.
that pop. Came out of the gates really strong.
Swings and misses. And it's 0-1.
0-1.
In the air, left field, down the line, and that is a foul ball. In the air to left, down the line. Happ on his way over, makes the grab, 1 down. Now the number 2 hitter. That's inside. Ball 1. The Cubs bullpen with some action. Ryan Presley up and throwing for manager Craig Counsell. Base is empty, one away. Here at the bottom of the 7th. And that is downstairs. 2 balls, no strikes. And that one is in for a strike. Good pitch. Next offering is fouled back. On the ground, right side, Turner steps on first for the out.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Shohei Ohtani.
2 down, base is empty. Shohei Ohtani steps to the plate for the Dodgers. 0 for 3 in this one. That catches the zone for a strike. 0-1. Right through there for a strike.
Quickly down 0-2 in the count. I think you got to choke up a little bit, spread out the feet. You don't know what the velocity or the location of this next pitch is going to be.
2 down, nobody on. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Pitch misses there. It's a ball and 2 strikes. And he chases that one. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. Dodgers go down quietly, but they lead it 3-0. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Kirby Yates. He last pitched 2 days ago.
Number 38, Kirby Yates.
So up now for Chicago, Ian Happ. A strikeout and a walk. Yates, a former All-Star. He features a 4-seam fastball, a splitter, and he works in a slider. Ripped to short. Betts whips it to first. 1 up, 1 down.
That play won't be trending on social media later on, but it's still important to execute it to perfection. This game is a lot harder than it looks, partner.
And up next for Chicago, Pete Crow Armstrong, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. First pitch misses. And another ball.
Struggled a little bit in this one. Couple of strikeouts earlier, but doing a much better job in this at bat to get ahead and find a good hitter's count at 2-0.
That one's spoiled, and the count now 2-1.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
That's to third. Whips it to first. And a couple of quick outs.
If you want to be a great defense, you have to deliver consistently. It doesn't matter how many highlight reel plays you make if you can't execute the small stuff, just like we saw.
2 outs, base is empty. Nico Horner, the next Cub to hit. 1 for 3. Close one, doesn't get the call. Ball one. Fastball for a strike. Next offering is down low. And that's outside.
One strike.
Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch.
Here we go.
2 outs. Swing and a miss, and he got him. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. 3 up, 3 down that time. Home half of inning number 8 straight ahead. It's the Dodgers 3 and the Cubs nothing. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Julian Merriweather.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Here comes Max Muncy. He's not going to get cheated up there.
No, he's not. He's looking to do damage with every swing he takes.
And that drops in for a strike. Action in the pen down there. Number 43 getting ready to go. The 0-1. There's the swing and a miss.
Just a little too quick on that front shoulder, front hip, front foot. Everything comes open. No way of making contact with that one.
That's down and in.
Well, he missed badly with that 0-2 fastball. Hitter has to understand. Probably wants to try to put him away with that pitch. So got to stay ready for it.
Battling here as he fouls it away. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Really tight bite on that slider and just couldn't get the barrel to it out front. You've got to try to pull those hands tight to the body to get it through. And I'm thinking he probably wanted that pitch to end up even more inside to keep it out of the danger zone. But it had enough late break and deception to get the job done.
Swing and a foul back. That's out of play. Pop foul out of play off to the right. The rare K for Mookie.
Very strong coming out of the pen so far as he punches out the first 2 batters he's faced in this one, getting straight to work. Man, it's talked about a lot, but relievers are just so electric these days. These aren't fun at bats if you're a hitter. I'm so glad I'm retired.
Hernandez in now, takes ball 1 off the plate. And misses inside. Swing and a high fly ball out towards right field. Tucker tracks it down for the out. Nothing doing for the offense that time. 9th inning coming up. It's the Dodgers 3 and the Cubs nothing.
Now pitching for the
We're back,
Dodgers,
and on the mound is the closer, Tanner Scott.
And I can't imagine any save is an easy one. You're holding a small lead on the scoreboard, and you know those hitters are going to give you the best at-bats they can. So it's always high stress. Let's see what he's got here to try and close it out.
Now here is John Birdie, 0 for 3. A fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. And first offering is fouled off. Scott, a 6-foot lefty, 235 pounds, and he was selected to the All-Star game last year. Got him looking. That's a strikeout.
Well, I definitely say that's a statement strikeout right there. You come out of the bullpen, go right after the hitters, and 3 pitches later, you got 1 out. Tell you what, if you're in the dugout, you're looking at each other and saying, he's going to be tough to get to today.
He's 2 outs away. So here's Kyle Tucker now. And that's outside. The Dodgers leading by 3 here at the top of the 9th.
That's ball 2.
Next offering is in for a strike. One down, base is empty. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming.
Hanging in there pretty good against the lefty.
The 2-2. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
And it's filled up. Draws the walk there. That's a great at bat. He saw a lot of pitches and earned a walk.
Well, that's a nice job of grinding out that at bat. Saw a lot of pitches and ends up drawing the walk. Very gritty.
Man at first with 1 gone. And next is the designated hitter, Seiya Suzuki. And that one misses up and in. And that is ball 1.
No strike.
Fastball, and he gets out of the way. Tucker leads off first with 1 away. A changeup missing, and that's ball 3. Fastball for a strike.
Just amazing to me how many closers and back-end relievers just throw absolute gas these days. I never had a chance.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air right field. He just missed it. Conforto pulls that one down. 2 down.
Up next to the crowd, the shortstop, Dansby Swanson.
So it's their last chance in this one. Dansby Swanson, the next Cub to hit. Swing and a foul straight back. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. That's back there. That's down. One hops off the wall. Here's Tucker on his way to the plate. Relay throw home. He's safe. And it's now a 2-run game.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Got a good pitch to drive, stayed short with his bat path to the ball and caught it out front, and he stayed long in his follow-through. That's how you split the gap, and that's pretty much a double every time. Really important at bat coming up now.
So runner at second, 2 down. And next for the Cubs, Justin Turner. And that's outside. The tying run at the plate.
Ball, that pitch is up.
And downstairs.
Big pitch coming right here. Last thing he wants to do is put the tying run on base, but he can't groove one either.
And there's the automatic. And the tying run is on base.
Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much gifted him first base with a quick free pass.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound.
Now pitching for the
Alex
Dodgers,
Vesia gets handed the rock out of the pen.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Substitution being made at first, and here's the pinch runner, Kevin Alcantara. First and second, 2 outs. And here's the catcher, Carson Kelly. Right through there for a strike. 2 outs, couple of base runners at first and second.
Outside, that's a ball.
It's softly on the ground to third. Throw to first. Ball game. And the Dodgers claim the win here behind some great pitching and defense.
Well, with this 6th win in a row, all of a sudden, you start to look around up and down the lineup, to your left, to your right as a player, and you say, you know what, we're good. We may have had some tough times earlier on, but this is a good team, and you start to expect this kind of play out of yourselves. We'll see if this translates into a longer winning streak than it is right now.
And your final 3-1. Dave Roberts and company celebrate in the dugout. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon for the next